Cooper Legas, and Aggie lore will always have your name in it no matter what. I mean, to be the first guy, basically, they figured out how to throw a touchdown in your first pass at a bowl game, Cooper. No, at least you'll only be tied with that record, I guess, from now on.
Yeah, that was really cool for that. Just sort of for the stars to line up like that. I just went out and was doing what I've practiced to do, but it happened to be my first play, so ended up being a pretty memorable moment. So I was lucky that it all worked out like that.
Did the game, I mean, when you went in and did everything kind of go, and then you had to go back and like watch film or to take a little bit of time to really take it all in, to really enjoy it?
Yeah, I mean, obviously in the moment it was awesome, but it didn't really hit me until like a week after I watched the TV copy when I got home, and it was like, holy cow, like that was me out there actually doing that. So it was cool to watch back on TV and obviously watch the real cut-up films and just trying to improve what I'm doing. So it was a good experience. Glad I finally got some real game experience. So
I'm glad they finally got your name at least pronounced right eventually, too.
Yeah, it's tough. I usually just tell people it's Legas anyways. It's just a lot simpler. But
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I think it's an outstanding name, and you're in this spot. Maybe if it was me, I might have taken that moment and said, okay, my football's been pretty darn good, you know. But your career, you've always been in other sports, and you've been a winner anywhere you've been and everything you've done. What's the drive inside of you to do this kind of stuff?
I mean, in my mind, someone's going to win regardless. So it's just like, why not me? Like in wrestling, I've been 2-time state champ in wrestling. It's like just you and one other person. It's no one else.
That's a tough sport.
Yeah, you can't put the blame on anyone else. So I think that just helped me be accountable for my own actions and just like, I'm going to do this. And like, if I lose, it's all on me. If I win, it's all on me. So that was it sucks the most to lose a wrestling match, but it's also the most rewarding to win because, you know, it was all the work you put in. But football and stuff, it's a lot more fun. You have guys around you. You help each other out. But, like, in my eyes, like, winning's more fun in football because it's like you're all doing it together. But honestly, losing doesn't hurt as bad as, like, it would in, like, a wrestling match because there's, like, as a quarterback, there's a lot of blame to put on you every game if you lose. But it's still, there's so many other pieces in football that it doesn't honestly quite hurt as bad. But, yeah, I always want to do what I can to win, no matter the sport, whether it's pickleball, spike ball, sand volleyball for fun.
Well, it's obvious you play to win because everything you've done, you've won. Now, as a freshman when you were here, you were going to get that chance against Wyoming in the COVID year, and you got all that preparation that week, and then the game couldn't happen. So there had to be kind of a big letdown for you to have that. But then to have this end up happening, it has to kind of erase all of that you were probably expecting at that time.
Yeah, I mean, looking back, when that whole Wyoming week, I was with the ones all week, ready to go, and I knew I was ready to go. But honestly, it might be a blessing in disguise. Like, just I have gotten a lot better since then. Our team was down a lot of guys. It honestly probably wouldn't have gone as well as, say, the LA Bowl went. So it might be a blessing that it took this long for me to get on the field. So
you might be right. The coach says, though, you took the step from the bowl game to spring football. He liked, and the coaches seemed to like what you did in spring football, taking advantage of your spot with Logan on the sideline.
Yeah, I really enjoyed spring ball this year. It's the most reps I've had in any practices since I've been here, and just being with the ones, just really seeing what it's like to be the guy at this level was awesome for me. And I think having played in the bowl game, that like winter stretch of workouts and just doing stuff on my own, I was able to really focus in on things I can improve at. And so I think that's why I had a pretty good spring ball. It's just I worked on a lot of stuff in that little off-season period and then was able to just keep improving throughout spring ball, getting a lot of reps.
So Cooper, give us if you're going to describe what the Aggie offense is trying to do, what is the philosophy?
Move the ball fast and score a lot of points. So what we did
Any way
last year,
possible.
but better, yeah.
Do you like obviously we have 3 great receivers that left. Do you like the receiver group and what you see on offense?
Yeah, we did lose 3 really good guys, but we have 10 great guys in the room still. So I think we won't miss a beat.
And what do you think of Logan Bonner?
I love the guy. I think he can throw the ball really well, and I think he showed all throughout last season that he can play at this level, that he can win championships. He won us a championship. So, I mean, obviously every quarterback wants to be the guy, but, I mean, I'll just see what happens. But
well, we've seen more than one quarterback needs to play most seasons for the Aggies. Cooper, I know you guys have consciously, you can't rest on the laurels of what you did last year. You've worked hard again. How can you, though, bottle what happened last year and make sure that the football team has the same kind of attitude and will and move forward and not give up and win the close games? How can you do that all again?
I think it will just help having won the championship before. We know what's possible, and so now we have more belief in ourselves. I think we all were confident in our abilities last year, but it wasn't until we actually did what we had to do that it really sunk deep. And so I think having us all know what we're capable of, I think it honestly might be easier this year, just not always being so much of an underdog. I think that helps, when the target's not on your back and you're the underdog fighting, but I think we all know what we can do, and so we don't want to honestly disappoint ourselves, if that makes sense.
Sure. Cooper, nice to talk to you.
Nice talking to you.
What a spot you've got in all-time Aggie laureate history, no matter what happens, but good luck to you this year.
Yeah, thank you so much.